Capcom? Capcom? There it is. I was like, what? Why am I just getting black screened over here? It's not as bad as blue screen, but that's like the mobile version of black screen, of blue screen, is you get black screen, and then you're like, whoa, why is my app not working? And yet here we are. Chat, I know, you guys are gonna be like, late! You're gonna be like, late! Oh my god, Kayleigh's late! Late, yeah, there it is! Late! Uh-huh! I knew it. I knew it. Look, I have no excuses. I have one excuse. I was cuddling on the couch with my cat, and I was afraid that if I moved, I would make her move, and she would move, and not late! I'm not late! Wait, no, I was late. No, I'm pretty sure I was a little bit late. And it was that thing where, like, you know, if I knew that if I was gonna move, my cat was gonna be like, hey, well, then I don't want to be a part of your life anymore. And I was gonna be like, no, cat, come back! Anyways, so we should start playing the game. Is this where I was? Is it Turnabout Big Top? Oh god, that's right, I was like right in the middle of it. Hello and welcome to another exciting Let's Play. It's your girl Kayleigh Alyssa here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Because we're just right in the middle of it. Oh yeah, okay, that's cool. What's up, Thunder? So I'm not that late. It's just you guys are used to me being here at 6:59, so it seemed late. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Footman to the stand. Alright. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. You have a 59-second grace period. You know what? So I'm not late. Okay. Technically, not late. I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well. Oh my god! Please state your name and occupation for the record. Well, my full name is Trillo Quist. I am employed as an operatic trainer. Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That robe must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. Grace you was with a swan. Me. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm until the end. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. I just ate 10-year-old cake mix? You shouldn't do that. You should not do that. That's not, you should not. You should not eat expired food. Trillo! You know better than to insult the judge. He said, was that the voice I did? Or it's a... No, it was a... Trillo! You know better than to insult a judge. Yeah, that was it. It was like Ray Romano, but he's got like a squeak in his voice. Why? Because you're gonna get sick. That's how you get... That's the... 10-year-old cake mix is gonna make you pee out your butt. Okay? Don't do that. It's bad for you. Tetrillo! You know better than to insult the judge. Shut up. Just look at your nose. You'd think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. You know what, your nose is the reason. You'll never be an A-list star. Well, hopefully the cake mix was the only thing that was expired and you didn't also use like expired eggs or other ingredients that you needed for it. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order, order! I demand to know who the witness is. No, don't worry about me, sir. Yeah, I'll let Trillo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting testimony in my court. Ouch! You won't get anywhere with trying to figure out this witness. Now, let's proceed. This is gonna be annoying. I'm gonna be trying to get information out of Ben. Meanwhile, Trillo's just gonna be an ass.
Yeah, once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. Clown. Once we got to the lodger house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance.
You just ate oh my god. Yeah, no, that's what I figured the rest of that sentence was.
That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer?
No, see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's not Max. It's the monkey. Who's dressed up. He's wearing Max's hat. And maybe his overcoat, too, or something. His cape? I guess, his cape? Is that what it was? Is it a cape? Right? It's the monkey. And then I think Ben, in a fit of jealousy, tried to kill the monkey, but missed. Maybe the monkey was too spry, jumped out of the way, accidentally killed the daddy-o. Or, hold on. No, because Ben proposed. But so did Max. But Max didn't propose directly to Regina. He simply asked the father's hand in marriage, and for his daughter's hand in marriage, but he didn't tell her yet. So she didn't even know that she has options. That's why he wanted to kill the father before he could tell her. So he'd be her only option. And frame him for it. Frame Max. It's a perfect crime as far as he's concerned. It's not. It's a horrible crime. It's so obvious. Sorry, I should stop speculating.
He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer?
Trillo proposed, not Ben. It's the same thing. Come on. Boy, do you think Trillo is actually, like, a spirit of its own? Like, obviously, that's just Ben speaking through the puppet. Come on.
Then the police showed up, took Magic Boy away.
You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that?
Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown?
That's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point.
What a shame. It was a nice theory. But the clown can't be the culprit.
Why is that?
Here's absolute proof.
A silk hat?
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene.
Yeah, unless the clown wore the hat. Could have swiped it, no problem. Just like the monkey probably did? I don't know. Also, I understand that, like, as part of, like, the rules for this turnabout that, like, oh, it's a one-of-a-kind hat. But it's not outside of the realm of possibilities that, like, somebody could have made a duplicate hat. Come on. Right? Come on. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. She's pretentious as fuck, but it's kind of cute when she does that little bow thing. It's pretentious, but it's kind of cute.
Thank you for stating the obvious, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you have to say?
Oh, Oklahoma. I guess she's the boss again today.
What you witnessed? Oh, the judge didn't say the thing. You may now do your cross-examination, right? You know, the judge didn't say the thing. Huh? Your Ben voice is Ray meets Pee Wee Herman. You know what? That's... Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, this guy kind of looks like Pee Wee Herman, as played by Ray Romano. Look at him. Pee Wee Herman. But it's like the new like Pee Wee Herman movie from 2025. It's like after he died, so like he's played by Ray Romano in this new movie coming out 2026. Pee Wee's new big house.
Once practice was over, I let the tent with the stooge. I mean, clown. The clown? You're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fight. He's so pathetic, I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. Yeah, we didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
And once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him. Went back to the plaza's entrance.
Why? Why?
Why the plaza's entrance? I had to do some thinking, of course.
It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around.
Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea?
Mr. Phoenix, right. I think you should leave the thinking to the witness.
But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. Yeah, that's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime.
I still can't figure out which one I'm supposed to object to, if I do.
Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup?
Snobby three-piece getup?
Get the wax out of your ass, the lawyers nowadays. You were like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you.
Nick, I think you should put a bit more effort into preparing your questions.
He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer?
But you didn't see. You just saw him going in that direction. Did you even see Russell? Wait a minute. He didn't see Russell. And Russell left first. Russell left his office first. So Russell would have arrived there before Max. You would have crossed paths with Russell first before you crossed paths with Max. Assuming you didn't stay in Mo's lodge for, you know, that long. And even if you did, you would have seen Russell standing there, waiting. Yeah, you would have seen Russell before you saw Max. But I don't have anything to prove that, you know, Russell left first. I only have Max's word, so... Shoot. You saw Max, and only Max, right, Trillo? See, Phoenix is thinking the same thing. That he would have seen Russell, too. Or would have seen Russell first, at least.
That's right, and it makes him the killer. Hey, it was only one person headed that way, that night.
See? There should have been two people headed that way, that night. That makes quite a bit of sense. Makes Max one suspicious character.
There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this?
Ben only saw Max? Oh my god. See? I picked up on it. I picked up on that. Man, that feels good. That feels good, chat.
That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Right? Who else do you suppose that witness could have seen? You what? I love eating cherry pie covered in my vanilla. Oh my god. Russellberry. That's the victim.
That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Aha! Ow!
Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out.
The sky is a little freaky. But you know what? We love her anyway. It's what we love about it. We're all a little freaky. I mean, look at her with the whip. Von Karma's got the freaking whip out.
What are you talking about?
The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room.
Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
Yeah.
Ah!
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. I could get behind Von Karma. Oh my goodness. Everyone's a little freaky in this chat. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. Nothing that I have evidence to prove. I mean, unless there's other eyewitnesses. Shoot. But also, I mean, I don't think we have conclusive evidence to suggest that he was wearing his three-piece getup while he was in this meeting with the ringmaster. He's done with practice. He took it off. Somebody else could have easily just donned that. Right? Come on.
He's right.
I was so close.
A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony.
Trillo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Good news, guys. My girlfriend asked me back. Well, that's awesome. I'm very happy for you. That's a good thing, right?
Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head.
Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore.
Okay. I mean, I got that one right. That he should have seen the ringmaster. Also, how old is Maya, would you say? Oh, she's 18. Maya is exactly 18. Map. The cape, the roses, the hat. Where are the cape and the roses? Oh my god. Nah, it's her sister for me. I gotta be honest. Mia kinda bad. Yeah, the very big circus. Who else should he have seen? On his way back. I mean, that's the only one that makes sense, would have been Ben. Or, I mean, would have been Russell. So then where did I go wrong? Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean, clown. Okay. I don't really have anything to object there. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Which really isn't that far. No, I can't think of any way to object that either. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. So you're heading back to the entrance. Cause what? What exactly do you mean here? Is that entrance like the doorway? And then you saw him coming from the circus towards the lodging house. What now? My ears I have, the stream. Okay. Well, yeah, that's cool. Heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Do I present here? I'm gonna press again. I'm gonna see what the other options are. You saw Max and only Max that night. Oh, well, it won't even let me. Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. Hey, what's up, Pink? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. Trilla wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive. Okay, maybe I do need to... Maybe I do. Maybe I do need to present there. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Do I present this photo? Because the photo suggests... And once again, there were no footprints there. From... the killer. Didn't leave any footprints. You didn't press the last statement yet. Oh, okay, you're right. Alright, you're right, I should. Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? Huh? I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30, I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you'd just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we'd just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. Whoa, what? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Objection! Mr. Fee is right. We can all do without your offhanded series.
Objection! But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in that cold night? Regina Berry.
Take that! Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person.
It's the only person he would wait for.
And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. Where?
You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw, don't you forget it.
Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. All right. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought.
Yeah!
Oh, his hand is right in that puppet's blood.
Objection!
What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there's a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Matt heading to the— Ow!
There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer.
I guess you got me. All right, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina.
Pain!
Don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance of the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose? Isn't she 16?
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. It's the matter of statutory— You know what? He just shouts pain. We'll have to set up another court date for that.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit.
More pain!
Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore.
I do like that.
More pain!
What the fuck?
Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
Yeah, about the proposal.
Don't be so surprised that I was gonna propose to Regina. Yeah, I even had something to give her. Kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her.
Remind me not to twist a water bottle till it explodes. It's violent. Yeah, it's very violent. It'll go shooting straight across the room.
In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
Do you? You were going to propose? You? A puppet?
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her to— Oh, no, it does mean that. No, it does. It does mean that. It does. She's 16. It does mean that. It does mean that you can't propose to her. You should know the fucking rules, Judge. You should know the laws. Fucking Master Roshi, Judge Roshi, Esquire. What the fuck is right?
Exactly.
His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Yeah, you could say that again. Yeah, you could say it. Yeah. Yeah. Oklahoma, Mr. Wright. Please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? I don't know. About the proposal. Ugh.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina.
Well, why were you?
By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct, to Regina? Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I was gonna propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got it. That's the truth. Yeah, I even had something to give to her. Oh, whoops. I kept it in my pocket waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her.
I forgot to press for that last one.
Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? Oh, I'm sorry. So sorry.
Really?
You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing.
Really?
Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her.
So you went to the lodging house to give it to her.
Yeah, it's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost camp, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way.
Uppity snob! He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica! When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and not with its magic.
Yeet.
Well, they always say that love creates rivalries.
So, what about this present?
In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket.
So you are still thinking of trying to give it to Regina?
Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily.
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus.
Probably way more than he deserves.
How about it, Nick?
I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony.
That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck.
The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more.
Don't be surprised that I was gonna propose to Regina.
So I pressed that one.
Maybe that's something to give her.
What was it exactly that you planned on giving her?
You know exactly what I was gonna give a numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring.
Engagement ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs.
Mr. Finn is right. Joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here.
Siska's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Push on anyway. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to— Ow!
I advise you to cut this argument short.
I'm gonna have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
Sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe.
Plot twist, the doll is actually Ben and not Trillo. Oh my god! What?
I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina.
Tell me more about it.
An engagement ring? Uh-huh, it's actually a diamond, shaped stone, cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it.
It's just a ring.
What's the matter, Nick?
Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on.
I kept it in my pocket waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her.
Had it in that night.
In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket.
Trillo, do you mind if I show you something?
Oh, wait, what? What is it? What are you talking about?
Uh-oh, looks like they're going to double team me now. Oh, don't say that. No, don't say I don't want them double teaming you, Phoenix. I don't think they should double team anybody, especially any of the female characters. Do you recognize this ring?
Hey, that's That's mine, give it back. Thief, thief.
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her. So I've still got it in my pocket.
Why then do I have it right here? Hey!
What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something.
Hey, don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo.
I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room that they put money? Like a bank vault?
That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey. In every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trillo? When was this ring stolen from you?
Well, I suppose it was at that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime.
What did you just say? Details. I need more details.
Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, yeah, I guess so. You might, be able to say that. Or the ring might have, well, could have been taken around that time.
Is the monkey here?
Ah! Yeah! Oh!
Ben, what's up with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what.
Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing, not I, Mr. Trilloquist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey Money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? Just imagining Ben doing the monkey sounds. Oh my god.
It's all this slow loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point. What point could that possibly be?
Ben doesn't exercise enough. Ben's testimony has a flaw. Unlike your face. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza!
What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time! That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright.
Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive.
The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you?
Is it a game theory?
Just a theory. A game theory. I wouldn't lie just to get that dorkface in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Yeah, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Yeah, I told you so many times, you'd think you'd know. My story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it will change some more.
Where there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it.
Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah.
Witnessing Max.
I'll give you that. I was waiting for that night. I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in that plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him. He didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
Don't say him again. But also, so what I'm hearing is, as long as somebody had those 3 symbols, you'd assume that it was Max.
So that means that money didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him.
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about...
I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Why would he say good evening to a guy that assaulted him? Yeah, that's a good point. This is a guy who literally smashed a glass bottle over your head earlier that day.
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina.
So, you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You shouldn't think about how many eyes I actually have. You should think. Yeah, you should think about that.
I got 4, you know. 4.
F-O-U-R. Count Ben, of course. With that many eyes, you really think something would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Yikes. The judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo.
But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in that plaza that night.
So you saw Max coming out of the Big Top that night?
Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was standing at the entrance of the tent the whole entire time.
Guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina.
He showed up after I'd been waiting here for about 5 minutes.
So that'll put you at 10:05, right? About what time would you say these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10. You already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just had 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that for a second.
Yow! I'm no good at math.
It was 10:10 p.m. Ah, yes, that sounds about right.
Sounds about right because it's the time I saw Max on the scene.
10:10? Okay. Then he disappeared for those 5 minutes, and at that moment when he returned, that was the moment, 10:15, that Russell died.
I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence.
I'm gonna press this for now, but this might be what I have to present.
So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess, that's not it, Trillo. Trillo, you say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trillo.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist's act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony.
Trillo's evening greeting.
Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers?
Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Yow! That hurt!
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. How do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one.
I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
I'm absolutely sure it was him. Mr. Maximilian Galactic at the scene.
You're 100% absolutely sure what you just said.
I told you already. Jeez, I am 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right?
There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you can ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now.
Silk hat. Silk hat. Cloak. White roses.
Thank you very much.
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere.
I agree. But do we have the proof to make something stick?
Yeah, we do.
All we can do is try, right, Nick?
Gotta have something that will prove useful.
Alright, time to go to work. Okay. That doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence.
Objection!
Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight.
A fight over Regina, to be exact.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with somebody getting clocked over the head.
Ah!
That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
The truth is that on that day, the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight! There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival.
What?
Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell a single lie, honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
He saw a different person. I think he saw a different person. Either he saw a different person or he didn't see anybody. Because I don't think he saw the defendant. He maybe saw what he thought was the defendant. But what's the answer that this game is looking for? Is this game looking for me to say he saw the defendant, as in, he saw the defendant, and then like, yeah, Phoenix is just gonna say he saw the defendant, alright? At least who he thought he saw the defendant, but really it was just, or a different monkey, could be a different monkey. Yeah, he didn't see, you know what, I'm gonna go with that theory. They didn't see anyone. You didn't see a person, he saw a monkey. I'm gonna go with that theory. Of course, the witness did not see a soul that night. I see.
Oh, who do you think you are to just up and decide what it is I saw that night?
A fool can only understand a foolish foolery uttered by the most foolish of fools. This witness didn't see anyone? You wouldn't happen to have proof to back that up, would you?
He saw someone dressed as the defendant, but he knew it was someone else in the moment. Gulp! Dang it! Yeah, it was somebody else.
Nick, I just thought of something. If Ben and Trilla really didn't see anyone that night, they wouldn't have testified that they greeted someone that night, would they?
Well, I thought he just made that part up. What do you mean?
I think that Trilla really did say good evening to someone that night.
But Trillo and Max, they were in the middle of a huge fight.
Maybe you should think this over some more on your own time, Mr. Wright. Let's clarify this testimony for the court.
Okay, you saw somebody else. It was a different person. It was a different person dressed as maybe the monkey. I'm still thinking it was the monkey. I think it was the monkey. It's a monkey dressed as, he's got the hat, he's got the cloak. I don't know. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it.
What in the world? You... Would the defense kindly explain who it was Triller saw that evening then?
Oh, God. Maybe he really did see Russell Berry. Because, as far as I know, at least according to the defendant's testimony, not in court testimony, but according to what he said, was that Russell Berry left first. So I think that that's who he would have been saying good evening to. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. And his boss, the one who signs his frickin' paychecks.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not?
You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist.
What?
Order! Order! How do you respond to this?
Well, wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
Was it?
I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant, that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols.
3 symbols? Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone all together now. Ow!
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
I think maybe Carney should just go to jail until the next carnival season. Yeah, all of them. Just all of them.
Maybe not the clown. The clown seems nice. But definitely everybody else. For sure, everybody else. Unless the clown killed him. I don't know. A silk-hatted cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. That's what I've been saying! And I think that someone was Money, the monkey! My money is on Money the monkey. That's why there weren't any footprints in the snow, because the monkey was barefoot, didn't want to get his little monkey feet in the snow. His little monkey hand feet in the snow. So, he's swinging along, all along the walls and the windowsills and stuff like that, so that he didn't have to touch the ground, where it's nice and cold, the cold snow. That's why there's no footprints in the killer. Even though there was somebody who looked, who was wearing the hat, the cloak, the 3 roses, the white roses, whatever, the 3 symbols. Because it was the monkey who was wearing it. Come on. Sheesh. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What?
Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then I think it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one.
that is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Finn is right.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but...
What?
Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh?
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. MTC tomorrow. So I need to sleep. See you guys. Okay, bye. Good luck with whatever that is, Thunder. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare the next witness. Court is now in recess. Yeesh. That was close. To be continued. This time on Kayleigh Plays. Well, yeah, I'm gonna save. Why wouldn't I save? Here's a save. Oh, save. Wow. No, this time. No. What is that a painting of? It's been there the entire series. Is that like a little like boardwalk kind of thing? Next time I can No! This time on Kayleigh Plays. No. Well, you can go because you gotta do your thing. Whatever. It's a trade school. Oh, sadly, Kayleigh, I must be headed a bit. Don't be getting too freaky. Oh, it's gonna get free. MTC. It's a trade school. Okay. Anyways. So, sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
So then, where were you when the murder took place?
Oh, bye, Pink. Wait, Pink's leaving too? Oh, no. Everyone's leaving. That's okay. Yeah, I'll see you next time.
Oh, we talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room.
And look, his hat and cloak are right there. It's gonna get freaky. Look, his hat and cloak are right there. And the white roses, which are part of the cloak. So I feel like I could probably just say the hat and cloak.
And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right?
Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. Nah, I was JK because you said next time. Oh, well, it's this time. It's this time, Pink. It's this time.
No, Sky said next time. I said this time.
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means...
It means that the ringmaster could have taken... Oh, it means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max.
Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? Because of the conversation you guys were just having. You were just having a conversation about how you were asking for his daughter's hand in marriage. And according to you, he said yes. He agreed immediately. So he takes the clothes, takes the cloak, the hat. And in the cold winter night, he went out. And I think his plan was that he was going to dump Regina on your behalf. Dressed as you. Maybe he'd do so, you know, in a dimly lit alley or something. You know, somewhere where there isn't good lighting. Or maybe he'd be turned away. And, you know, just wouldn't turn towards her. So that all she sees is the hat and the cloak. Something like that. Yeah. I could see that. Okay. Okay. It's a possibility. So Max is the killer. No, Max isn't the killer. No. I don't think Max killed him because of that. I think Max was still in the room when the police showed up, which that's something I want to establish, is where was he when the police arrested him? Was he in the ringmaster's room? Sure, he had 15 minutes to get back there. They didn't show up until 10:30. But, regardless, no, I think somebody else killed Russell. If you think about it, all they found at this crime scene was my silk hat. Yeah, what happened to the cloak? He wasn't wearing the cloak. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double. Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Well, you know who didn't show any emotion when she said that her dad was dead? His daughter.
What if Regina killed Russell? Regina thinking she was killing Max because Max was dumping her. In a fit of rage, lovers quarrel, she kills Maximilian, except it wasn't Maximilian. It was Russell dressed as Maximilian. Huh? It's a theory. Now that's just a theory. A game theory. I got a lot of theories about this one. I'm sorry, chat. Sorry, I'm just doing my thing. So you guys can hear how I'm just spiraling wildly trying to figure this one out. Not that it matters. Not that it matters, because we'll figure it out as we go. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. I played this in 2015 and thought not anyone could just be president. I was so wrong. Yeah. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire scene. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Lawrence Curls, aka Mo. Larry, Curly, and Mo. They keep calling him the Stooge. Okay.
Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand?
Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? If you figure it out sooner, though, you could save time by not pressing every statement. That's true.
The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record.
Oh, wow.
Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in the Grand Hall of Justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh, yeah! Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Oklahoma! How about this? Have you met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts. How was that one? But a couple of clowns who went.
Your name?
Lawrence Curls. Professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 the day of the murder. Correct?
Yes it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into without humor.
Without humor, please.
Oklahoma.
Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court.
What I witnessed. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years.
Really? That's actually really sad. Not even like kids?
No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause.
Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself.
How can you get anywhere with that testimony?
It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown and can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. Yeah, I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing?
Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here?
Witness,
Huh?
we will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case.
Really? You'll really hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you, thank you. I can't wait.
Poor Gumshoe. I actually feel really bad for him now. Yeah, it's life's passion. All he's ever wanted was just to make people laugh. And yeah, we all know it's going to be Gumshoe. And Gumshoe's going to laugh, though. I feel like if anybody's going to laugh at that clown, it's going to be Gumshoe. I feel like they're gonna walk out of here best friends. Now that that's all settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk as long as you want.
Now, what you witnessed.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max. He was wearing his cloak.
I love how the mouth on his hat changes with his facial expression. It's fantastic. It's a great detail. I love that.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clocked the ringmaster over the head.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized.
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. I understand, Your Honor.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. I think I know what I think. I think I know what I need to press.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though.
I do want to press this one. I want to press this one. I don't think it's the one that's gonna reveal anything too big, but
Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they?
Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I say they were about 30 feet from my window.
Just 30 feet? That's not far at all.
It was snowing that night and it cut down on visibility.
Well, it wasn't snowing at the time. But, okay. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw.
It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak.
So this is the one I'm thinking. Now, he said the cloak. But he didn't mention, he didn't say specifically the three symbols.
You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away.
That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night. The things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong? Max is always wearing his uppity symbols.
Uppity symbols?
Well, lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? No, and everybody knows what to do. All together now, stay with Uncle Mo.
Oh, the puppet could rally the crowd, but not even the clown. Oh no. Okay, but that's funny. That's funny. Deadpan, just crickets. Wow. Now that is funny. I know you weren't trying to be funny, but that's funny.
See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza!
Enough foolishness. Get back on track.
Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw?
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clocked the ringmaster over the head.
You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head.
Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story.
He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea. The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo? Did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty.
That's a big penalty!
Oh. Isn't this a bit melodramatic?
So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime?
Of course I do. Yeah. He said he couldn't see the weapon. He can't name a weapon at all. And he keeps referring back to what he was told. He was told that there wasn't a weapon found at the scene. He was told that what he had seen was exactly Max. By you. You've been coercing him. You've been walking him through his testimony. Coaching him. He didn't see the crime. You told him that he saw the crime. Of course I do. Of course I have grounds to make this claim.
Then let's hear it.
That's something I can't share with you at this time.
What did you just say? Mr. Wright!
I know there's something wrong with this testimony. But I can't put why I feel this way into words for the judge.
Maybe we should get a bit more information. Once we find something more solid, we can give it another shot.
Yeah, you're right.
Mr. Wright, before we resume testimony, you know that you must be... What? What do you mean?
Oh my god, that's harsh! That's like almost instant fucking death. I got one more chance at this. What the hell? Why was that 4 bars? I thought that was a bluff. She was just trying to bluff me away from pressing any further.
You know, Mo's testimony and what he told us yesterday are kind of different.
Yeah, I noticed. We've just got to pinpoint what's changed.
You can do it, Nick.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room.
You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct?
See, that's the thing.
Huh?
How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can riff off of. Let's pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke.
Let's not. Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo?
What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around.
Come on, Nick. Just listen to his joke.
There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. With a witness, just proceed with his factual testimony.
You were so boring.
You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped.
You were pooped that night?
Yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention, I had some bad Mexican food.
What?
It's a double cheese, double bean enchilada. It's a dangerous menu item. What happened after that, as they say, happened. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days.
That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply.
I've got a good reply, though. That joke was so funny, it just earned you a penalty. What?
Well, what did I do? Well, how am I supposed to figure out the facts if I don't...
This is ridiculous. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die because I was asking questions.
I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window.
Yeah, I'm getting penalties just for pressing now. This is ridiculous. You just happened to glance out of the window?
You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeked, eyeballed.
Mr. Curls.
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either.
What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue.
No, keep pressing. I want to find out.
Exactly why did you look out of your window that night?
Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday...
Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud.
Well, I saved right before this, so it would just start me right at the beginning of the clown. So it's fine. And I'd have full health. If I reloaded that save, I'd have full health, and I'd know which ones to press.
It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot.
Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I?
Ow, wow, wow! That's not something you just forget to mention.
Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Curls. Please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor.
I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside.
What was the sound like?
Well, I guess it kind of sounds like, I guess you could say,
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
oh, you know it's gonna make a joke. I guess the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard.
So you didn't even see.
Okay. Yep, got it.
Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit? Huh.
What then? You went to look out the window, and you saw.
That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. I already pressed this. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak.
I already pressed this one.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head?
Yes, I did. It was the climax of my story.
What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I had no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You did say you saw everything, right?
Well, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? Penalize me. Penalize me, bitch. What are you gonna do? Of course I do. Of course I do. He just said he heard it before. I've got a great reason to make my claim.
And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason.
Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone.
In 1972, a crack clown unit...
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Honest.
Great job, Nick.
These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory.
You just have to peel
back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Well,
you're back from your jog.
Well, it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much?
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement.
Von Karma? Tampering with witnesses again. So, now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clock the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls.
Your Honor. You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well. Then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke on from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could have only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. All right, I am going to save here. I'm going to save on 6. Yes. Okay. It's because I'm in critical health now. If this was Pokemon, all you'd be able to hear right now is ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. It would just be so obnoxious. Ugh. That sound haunts my dreams still.
It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night?
He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. All right, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination. The silhouette. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only belong to Max. I don't think I'm supposed to press here. I'm worried. What if I press and he fucking tells a joke and I get given the death sentence? Ah! He's been warned not to tell jokes, so let's hope. Don't you think that you're going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. It doesn't seem like he has jumped into any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? There's no doubt in it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. Trillo said the same thing, but if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself, but just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You're sure of that?
Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap.
His silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. Seems pretty safe. He's not telling jokes yet, so. You're sure that is what you saw that night? Exactly what I said I saw. It's exactly what I saw. I got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him.
Well, Nobody else really has a face like his, do they? Although we haven't seen what Acro's face looks like. Maybe Acro might have the same kind of facial structure. I don't know. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window?
There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much.
Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? Silk cloak and black hat. It was all there, really? Wait, is that what he said? Is that what he said? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye.
I could say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20.
That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly.
The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes.
Hey, you asked what my eyesight was. Not what it was like, not what it actually was. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. So, you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding? That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure.
They claim it was a blunt object. At least it says so in the autopsy report.
With Trillo's testimony and now Mo's, it seems like Max is the killer.
But Nick, you've got to find a contradiction in this.
That's not going to be enough.
What?
I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I've got to do it. It's a bit far away. I saw his uppity symbols. But if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself, but just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. The silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. But what about the roses? Yeah! Oh, that's such a shot in the dark. I'm like, he didn't mention the roses. Do I show the poster? Because that's the other thing. Is like, is this evidence going to be what I'm supposed to show? Oh. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols?
Yay! Everyone get ready, all together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses! What the?
Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo?
Do like pi, I love pi, 3.14159.
Silence, fool. You're to respond with the truth. The whole truth. No fractions.
Order! Order! Wait. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail.
But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
Since the roses must have fallen off, then the defendant assaulted the victim.
If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of the case?
Clearly not. He is just toying with this court.
I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet! Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony?
There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup?
Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims that there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless. But this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about the other testimony. The witness has stated, without a doubt, that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now.
Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, it's your last chance.
Okay.
There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all of the other thimbles were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Just one chance?
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you're going to prove me there's a contradiction with Mr. Crow's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. Oh, I'm saving again. I'm saving again. I'm sorry, but I'm saving again. Okay? That's not a crime. That's not a crime to save again. Does that mean that I can only press once? Is that what he's hinting at? Is that what he means by I can't badger the witness? I understand, Your Honor. Don't press, just present. One chance is all I need.
There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night.
Now... I can't press at all. It's crazy.
However, all of the other thimbles were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it.
Decorations plural? Because there's only one decoration. Shit! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Oh no! Oh, he dead. Oh, he dead. Will it load me right back where I was? Okay, I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. Okay. So that wasn't the one. I thought for sure it was like the symbols on the hat. Right? That's what he meant. There were no white roses that night. It's fine, I can just keep trying. No white roses that night. All of the other symbols were there, I'm equally sure of that. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. Decorations on the hat? Am I this, because this feels like the one. This feels like the one! But it's not this, then it's this. Because there's only one decoration on the hat. This has to be it. No, come on! You've got to be kidding me. Okay, fine. Okay, load. Stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. Why do I only have one chance? Okay. It's crazy. All right. All the other symbols were there. Especially the silk hat, there's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. What do you think, Nick? Wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. If he was wearing it the whole time, why was it found by the police? Wouldn't he have still been wearing it? I mean, that's true, but it could have just as easily fallen off after Mo stopped watching. Because at some point, Mo stopped watching. But you know what? Maybe. He's wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. Really? That was it? That it was found on the ground? This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yup, that's it! That's the hat he was wearing that night! No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? Well, by saying there were multiple decorations on a single hat when there was only a single feather on that hat. That's also a mistake that you made. And I feel like I'm right in presenting that hat and showing that there's only one decoration on it. When you said multiple decorations, I'm right, chat. I know I'm right. I was right about that. That's a contradiction. Just saying. I'm just saying. That is a valid contradiction, all right? I wasn't wrong. I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma. Was Olivia right for once? Olivia was right for once? You're right quite often, okay? I'm just saying, you're right quite often. Miss Von Karma. Where exactly was the silk hat found?
Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene, that means...
The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No! That's not true!
Order! 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 Mr. Curls!
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
What? Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, what? Because you're sitting above me. No matter how old I get, I'm younger than you.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing a dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
He's turned into a bratty little kid.
It's pitiful, isn't it?
He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there.
Left the scene?
What's the matter, Nick?
There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo?
What do you want?
You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Objection!
This witness's testimony is full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless.
You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away.
That's what I expected you to say. You're sure that's how it happened?
Say what?
Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Well, yeah, obviously the picture of the crime scene.
Take that!
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it, makes me laugh. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all the witnesses' testimony for the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
Wait just a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I've said! Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time.
You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls.
Yes?
The testimony you provided up until now has been false?
It hasn't been false, I haven't lied.
It's just what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Order! Order! I will have order! Why is she still allowed to practice law? She's like coercing her witnesses to falsify testimony. I mean, I know that's an ongoing theme for this entire series, but it's like, why are they not being held responsible for this? Come on. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Okay, it wasn't cute this time. It was not cute this time when she did the bow. Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. Like father, like daughter, you're not wrong. That's enough out of you. I'm gonna listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
Ha! You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you.
Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel.
Oh my god, here we go.
Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything I've said up until now, it's been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down, and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw Hiii. This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness.
Well, he climbed up the wall to get to the 3rd floor.
That's why there were no footprints. Blind people don't leave footprints.
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Oh, thank you, Pink.
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of the crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
Carnies tend to have addiction issues. I think he was telling the truth. That's what he saw. That's how he perceived it. That's why he couldn't see the white roses. Do you understand why he couldn't see the white roses? Because whoever was wearing that cloak, he saw the back of the cloak. The roses aren't on the back, they're on the front. I've been saying this whole time. The monkey was wearing the cloak and hat. That monkey didn't fly up. It climbed up to the 3rd floor. That's why he couldn't see the white roses, because he was facing towards the wall, which was away from where Mo was. So from his vantage point, all he could see was the hat and the back of the cloak. No white roses. And it appeared, because of the way the cloak was draping down, that he flew up, because he couldn't see the monkey's arms or legs climbing up the building. All he saw was the cloak floating upwards from his vantage point.
You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why would you believe me, especially since it's the best part of this story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? He's telling the truth. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he was telling the truth? That's what I think.
Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used magic.
Yikes, you're right! Ow!
Only a foolishly looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist.
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
You imbecile!
If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind the mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Whew. Can't believe I died. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on?
That's what I want to know.
They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can fly whenever I please. It's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
Hey, you made it through the day at a hard 9. Haha, hey, I did.
It's not that simple.
No, hold on, what was the voice? It was, oh, shucks, it's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires, and I have them hoist me through the air.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
No, I broke the first rule of the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. It made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks.
Nick, what do we do now?
All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. To be continued next time on Kayleigh Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Justice for all. Except for Ben. I can't defend that guy. Or Max, really. I kind of want him to take the fall for this. Is there any way we can get them both locked up? Anyways, yeah, I should save. Gonna save right there. That's where I'm gonna save. Yeah, why not? Part 3, investigation. Okay. Oh, wait. No, I should, oh, crap. That's not what I meant to do. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below, what kind of games you want to see me play in the future. Like, should I play that Dredge game? Should I play that, what's it called? The Disco Elysium? Maybe I should play Getting Over It. I don't know. There's lots of different games that I could play. Oh, or I could do the, Papers, Please. Do you guys like Papers, Please? I can play that. That's on the phone, too. Maybe one of these days I'll play one of those humongous games, like, Sly Fox or Freddy the Fish. I keep plugging that. Nobody wants to see it. No, absolutely nobody wants to see that. But hey, maybe someday they'll come out with an Android version of Power Wash Simulator like I've always dreamed. And I could play that. Because for some reason they said only Apple users are allowed to play that game. Thanks, Square Enix. Guess I'm not good enough for you. Anyways, tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central, for the next exciting episode of Justice for All, where we're gonna nab the guy. Probably, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? But until then, hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, like I said, and stay tuned because tomorrow's Tuesday. But hey, after that, it's Triple Play Wednesday. You get to see me play 3 different games that day. Isn't that great? I think it's great. But until next time, have a great night. Have a wonderful week. I love you all. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Disco Elysium would be great if it's the full version. Oh, yeah, but that's the thing. They cut some stuff out for the mobile version. They did cut some stuff out for the mobile version. So we'll talk about that later. Bye. Why is it ending? Why is it? And the live